So if you're trying to get rid of ants in your yard or the cracks of your driveway, you could stop spraying them with this expensive bug spray. Liquid dish soap and boiling water is way better. So let me show you how it works. So you can just use liquid dish soap and water and that will work. But if you want that 1-2 punch, you use liquid dish soap and boiling water and that will really kill them. Now the key here is you need to kill the queen. If you don't kill the queen, the anthill's just going to move over 5 feet. If you're able to kill the queen, it will get rid of the ants for a year. Now if you just have a small area in the yard, you can use a little sprayer like this. Just fill it up with boiling water, add soap, and spray the anthill. Another option is you could spray this directly into the anthill and then use something like a hose. What I'm going to use is this garden sprayer. So I'm going to fill this up with really, really hot water to a point, and then I'm going to add the boiling water, and then I'm going to add the soap. So let's get started. Okay, that water's really hot. I let it run for a while. I'm going to start filling up that garden sprayer a little bit. And add that boiling water. Now it doesn't take too much liquid dish soap. But we're ready to spray. So I'm really spraying it down into the cracks. I'm trying to flood that nest full of that soapy hot water. For many spots in the driveway, you have to spray it, let it soak in, spray it again 3 or 4 times and really let it soak down in. It's like this, spray it, let it soak in. And I'll come back and show you the results. I'll show you the today and 1 day later and a week later, maybe a month later, and show you if they're actually coming back and how well it worked. So this is 1 day later, and this is what the anthills look like now. I have seen 0 ants moving around there. So even these really large anthills, I don't see any signs of ants since we sprayed them yesterday. So here we are 1 week later, and let me show you what it looks like now. No ants, no action here, but there are some areas that look like this where there might have been a couple of ants still surviving. Here's one that doesn't look like anything's been going on. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a broom and brush all this sand off, and then we'll definitively know if the ants have returned or if those little stragglers are just running around. It's 1 month later, let's look at the results. So there's lots of areas where no ants returned, areas like this. Here's another area where there was lots of ants. I don't see anything in here. However, there's some small signs right here of little ants returning. So these will need to be sprayed again. Some areas I must have soaked down really well and killed that queen, and other areas I obviously didn't. So after looking at the whole driveway, I would say I'm about 50-50 in ants returning. So I sprayed all along here. There was 2 or 3 anthills and 1 returned. However, I didn't spray anywhere in the grass, and I have lots of anthills over here. So I think maybe some of these ants might have moved back into the driveway. But overall, I would say it worked really well. It worked just as good, if not better, than the stuff you have to buy to kill the ants. And the great thing about it is it's so easy and cheap to do. You can just fill up boiling water, hot water, soap, spray them again, get rid of them for good. So I hope this helps. Thanks.